GA Squared would like to introduce the most impregnable prison in the universe. This company is located on the Pan-STARRS comet in the Andromeda Galaxy. The Andromeda is a billion-year-old spiral galaxy that is fraught with 1 trillion stars. This colorful galaxy is in a universe which consists of about 100 to 200 billion galaxies and hundreds of billions of stars.
The largest star in the universe is the Sun, which has a radius of 432,376 miles. The surface temperature of the Sun is 5,778 kelvins, and the absolute magnitude is 4.83.
You should consider our company because it provides secure prison cells to transport these 5 experiments around the universe. Experiment 348, Experiment 380, Experiment 545, Experiment 626, and Experiment 627. Each cell is specifically designed to control the strengths of the experiments and use their weaknesses against them. Experiment 348, also known as Snappish, is imprisoned in a tight bubble entirely made of plexiglass. This withstands his extreme biting capabilities. The circular wall that surrounds Snappish makes it difficult for him to bite through the plexiglass. Therefore, this experiment will be contained until he arrives to his destination. Experiment 380, also known as Judy, is held in a room entirely made of mirrors to reflect the laser she shoots and not allow her to escape. The room would also be in a circular formation to make the lasers uncontrollable. When the lasers are uncontrollable, Judy will definitely be hit. Therefore, she won't shoot any lasers because she won't risk her own safety. Experiment 545, also known as Pompeii, will be contained in a stainless steel bubble surrounded by an enormous block of titanium. These materials can resist the lava that he shoots until he reaches his final destination. Pompeii will be secure and will not be able to break free before fully transported. Experiment 626, also known as Stitch, will be imprisoned in an extremely compacted bubble inside of a water-fraught room. Stitch, having the capability to spit acid, is controlled because the titanium can resist the acid for a matter of time. If Stitch was to defeat the titanium with his acid, he would be dropped into a pool of water, which is the one and only weakness of Stitch. Stitch has a great fear of water, so the possibility of him trying to escape the titanium bubble would be broken. Therefore, Stitch will easily be maintained until he is transported. Experiment 627, also known as Evil, will be contained in a titanium bubble barely larger than him. The bubble is surrounded by an extravagant stainless steel block to secure him from escaping. These materials can sustain his multiple capabilities and also have contraptions to weaken his strong Evil. There is a tickle machine to produce his laughter, which is one of his only 2 weaknesses. Lastly, there is a dehydration machine to make Evil dehydrated, which is one of his other weaknesses. With the use of these inventions, Evil will be far too weak to ever escape his cell until released. The cells will have doors that can only be opened from the control center in the front of the ship. Therefore, each and every experiment will be defeated by contained while being transported across the universe.
All the stars are composed of mercy, gallium, manganese, and europium. The stars at average are usually about 13,000 Kelvin, which is about how hot our ship can get without messing up. If the ship could maintain the extreme heat from the stars, it wouldn't function. Therefore, we built it to withstand the scorching hot temperatures. With the path the prison's location takes, you will see many wonderful stars as you travel through the universe. The Pan-STARRS comet travels by the Cassiopeia constellation made up of the following stars: Beta Cas, Gamma Cas, Lota Cas, Omicron Cas, and Arcas. The prison also passes by the Andromeda constellation, which is made up of the following stars: Beta Andromeda, Delta Andromeda, Mu Andromeda, Pi Andromeda, Nu Andromeda, Eta Andromeda, Zeta Andromeda, Epsilon Andromeda, Upsilon Andromeda, 56 Andromeda, 51 Andromeda, Lambda Andromeda, Ross 248, Kappa Andromeda, and Lota Andromeda. The prison will also pass by the brightest star in the Andromeda galaxy, Alpheratz.
The comet starts in the Andromeda galaxy and then travels past the Milky Way galaxy, which is a spiral galaxy, then the M32 galaxy, which is an elliptical galaxy, and then the a triangulum galaxy, which is a spiral galaxy. You can tell the difference between these galaxies by this. Spiral galaxy is a circular galaxy with long twisted arms. Elliptical galaxies are old and the center looks very large, and irregular galaxies are very oddly shaped and anything different from a spiral or elliptical galaxy. As you pass through the nebula, you may see a variety of colorful explosions. These will not affect the ship because the ship will still have the same pathway as the comet. We decide to place our prison on a comet instead of an asteroid. Asteroid size ranges from 1 kilometer to 940 kilometers in diameter. Reflected sunlight causes asteroids to shine. Between Mars and Jupiter, there is an asteroid belt of thousands of rock fragments called asteroids. Most asteroids stay within the belt, others might wander and be hurled into outer space. Some stray asteroids might have crashed into Earth with devastating effects, believed to have caused extinction of the dinosaurs. Debris in the atmosphere from the asteroid impact clouded out sunlight, causing global winter. We also could have chosen a meteoroid. Billions of meteoroids, small rocks, and solid particles move through space. Most are smaller than a grain of sand. Upon entering the atmosphere, meteoroids rub against the particles of air. The resulting friction heats up the meteoroid until it glows. A burning meteoroid is called a meteor when it is in Earth's atmosphere. Meteoroids, solid ones that strike the ground, are called meteorites. Some have formed circular depressions called meteorite crater. We chose to place our prison on a comet. Least understood of all solar bodies, comets are made up of ice, dust, and gases, and are often referred to as dirty snowballs. Comets travel around the sun in long oval-shaped orbits. Perhaps they are leftovers from the formation of the solar system 5 billion years ago. A comet has a tail that vaporizes and glows from sun's heat, and you can tell the direction of motion because the tail points away from the sun. The head always appears to point towards the sun as it travels around it.
Our prison is the most reliable prison to transport experiments across the universe, and all of the information we provided proves this. Therefore, you should use our prison for the Galactic Federation's transportation of all prisoners.